Guys, welcome back to the channel. So we have some more bullish news update for Cardano. Cardano sees its first ever stablecoin launch on the network. So Age USD is a brand new algorithmic stablecoin, which is the first stablecoin to launch on the Cardano network. A stablecoin is a result of the collaboration between Input Output Global, Cardano's parent company, and blockchain solution provider Emergo and the Ergo Foundation, the stablecoin's principal developers. So now stablecoins are really important for the space, and like we talked about down here, there's over 30 stablecoins right now. So they are really important, so that you don't have to actually like cash out every time you want to sell the dip on Bitcoin and then buy back in and stuff like that. If you don't want to trade with leverage, a lot of people just buy and sell the dips. And a stable coin is nice because that's something you can use on the exchange. It's treated like a token, even though it is treated like cash. So it's an easy way for you to buy and sell and get in and out of coins to prevent your exposure to the volatility of crypto. So they are really important in the space. That is why Tether is number 3. But as you can see, the most important stablecoin is Tether USD. It has seen the value of USD circulation in more than double to 47 billion year to date, according to the data from CryptoSlate. There are now over 30 different stablecoin options on the market. So this is a kind of like a new approach. There are other algorithmic stablecoins out there, but this is a new class and a new type of stablecoin. They're still fairly new, and so far a lot of them have had a little bit of trouble keeping their peg. But hopefully, 88 and their team can really pull through. They have a really good team, as we talked about, Emergo, Ergo Foundation, and of course Input Output Hong Kong or Input Output Global. And stablecoins like USDT, the value of each is assessed by the equal value of USD being pegged to it. So what they have to do is basically have a dollar for every peg or a dollar for every USDT, which is a lot of trouble because USDT and Tether have been under a lot of fire recently, especially with Binance, because they can basically print as much USDT as they want, as much Tether as they want, but they don't always have the dollars to back it up. Now the SEC and others have launched investigations for long periods of time into Tether, and Binance and how they're handling this situation. And so far, USDT Tether is backed more than the US dollar is. The banks are not backing it. They got the 2% fractional reserve. It's a mess if you don't know about that stuff. You should watch a few videos on the fractional reserves and stuff like that, and how messed up our banking system really is. And as far as I'm concerned, Tether is a hell of a lot safer than cash. But basically, even there are the other here, DAI and Float, which like to have a basket of other cryptocurrencies backing them versus fiat currency backing them, which again is a little better because again, fiat currency is backed by nothing. It's backed by thin air and your trust in your government. So at least the DAI and Float have a basket of other cryptocurrencies. But even DAI has seen several Black Thursday events, which is like a Black Swan, Black Thursday, due to swings affecting the market. And the volatility in markets, it'll really affect these stable coins. Age USD proposes a rule-based approach to value determination with an algorithm, and the effect to reduce exposure to cryptocurrencies volatility. So they try to automate this as much as possible. And as you can see over here in the Tether chart, it is ranked number 3. And now this is all the way out on max, but you can see back here in early 2017, well, mid 2017, the price spikes here are just crazy. I mean, Tether got up to about $1.30, I think it was, somewhere around there, and also dropped down here to about 92 cents. Now, if you actually buy it at 92 cents and it goes back to $1 where it's supposed to be, you can make a little bit of money. Places like KuCoin and stuff like that, you can use 10x leverage and bet against it and everything else like that. And in this situation, this is just crazy. At $1.30, of course, you could 10x leverage that it's going to go back to 1. If you're lucky, you can make a little bit of money that way. But that's some very risky trading, but you can see. But as they talked about in the market or in the article here, the volume has really picked up in the recent years as Bitcoin has increased, its all-time high. the volume has really picked up like crazy. But I believe the volume picking up has really helped kind of hold it to its peg. This is in the last 180 days. You see spikes down here to 99 cents, up to $1.01. That's not a big deal. That's not crazy bad. To me, it's not a big deal. Um, 24 hours, it's holding pretty steady, but it actually had up to a dollar and a penny again. It's okay. It's getting better, but then we had to drop to 98 cents, 98 and a half cents. That's not that big a deal, really. Um, so another piece of news that we have for you today is Sunday Swap. So now they have a few updates here on Twitter on the 4th of July. This is a technical update here. It's pretty technical, so I'm not really going to go through that. But they do have some of the UI that they're going to kind of broadcast to you. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's pretty clean, and it really looks just like all the others. My main concern, I'm not too concerned with how it looks, as long as it works well, and we don't have any problems there. So Sunday Swap is looking good, and they've released some GUI or UE there. So now on their website, they do still have an ISO listed, and it's basically to be determined. So they're not exactly sure when, but they're thinking Q3 in 2021. So it's still coming out. It's still going to happen, and that's nice. So now's a good time to buy up some cheap ADA to get in on the staking. Now, another thing is Sunday Swap has joined partners with CardStarter. So CardStarter is basically, if you're not familiar with it, it's it's kind of a launch pad for projects on ADA. So the decentralized exchange Sunday Swap announced today that it'll be entering a collaboration with Cardano Project Accelerator CardStarter to support the development and liquidity of the Sunday Swap DEX, which the company intends to launch upon the release of smart contract capabilities on the Cardano blockchain. So it sounds like Sunday Swap is going to basically wait until smart contracts are launched, and that way they know everything is good and with the network, and that they can actually proceed and actually open up and start trading right away. CardStarter's token cards and liquidity of its launched projects are locked through CardStarter and mint for the DEX of its choosing. This TLV, which is total value locked, can be calculated by measuring the sum of all said projects' liquidity, and as these projects will have liquidity established off Cardano, they will therefore be able to commence without delay. So it's a good partnership. Basically what happens is these projects that want to launch on CardStarter and have CardStarter help them launch, their liquidity of these projects are kind of held in cards, the token and whatnot. So once Sunday Swap starts with this kind of a partnership, one problem with launching a DEX is you need liquidity. You need all the liquidity you can get in there. The more liquidity, the better. Just so when people are swapping, there's liquidity there so that they're not affecting the price by 1%, 3%, 10%, or something like that. And so this also helps CardStarter, because it brings value because people can buy and sell these projects, and it'll help increase liquidity in their projects because there is a place for them to buy and sell. So it's a good partnership because CardStarter wants to be able to add liquidity to their projects, and of course Sunday Swap needs that liquidity. So they're going to come together in partnership here to really help each other out. And then once both of these get together, both communities will benefit from the added stability that comes with greater liquidity. So now, if you don't know about Sunday Swap or CardStarter, basically, Sunday Swap should be one of the biggest DEX so far to launch on ADA. And again, CardStarter is the launch pad for projects like, Sunday Swap and other projects as well. If you haven't heard CardStarter, you should look them up. That's a good project on ADA, and so is Sunday Swap. It's going to be a good project coming out soon. I'll be interested to get in on the ISO. It'll be, I think it'll be a good project and some good staking rewards there. If you guys enjoyed it, leave me a thumbs up, a like, leave me a comment below. Let me know how the audio is, what's going on, and subscribe to the channel for more news. Thanks. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to give another quick update on BTC and what's going on. Like we talked about in our last two videos, we didn't get a touch here on the trend line, and I think that was like a double fake out or a fake out, opposite of a fake out, basically what's going on there. Then price climbed higher, and it broke this green trend line. So I was looking for a bullish entry here. But just breaking a trend line is not necessarily a good entry. And then we come up, and I had a little bit of a fake out to the top and came back down. Right now we had 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 touches right here in this quick little area um, on this red trend line. And now, normally, the more it touches on this trend line, the weaker it's going to get. So we had a fake out here, almost like a mini fake out, another quick little fake out, and then a big fake out here. So, with these little gear ups here, you maybe thought that this is it, and this little fake out might have got quite a few traders. But if you would have held your position, I think you'd still be okay. It did bounce back up pretty good, but the more it's testing this, the more I'm thinking it's going to go down. So I think there's a good chance, it pulled back up from the fake out. Now it's at a new little lower low. Again, we're only on the 15-minute chart. So there's a lot of price action going on, but I'm assuming that we'll see a little pullback and then a breakthrough tonight. And then hopefully break this 33,005 level and then come on down to, let's see, probably about 32.5 would be my first target. So if we break this red trend line and we can get through this other resistance here, my first target would be around 32.5, and then from there probably down to about 31,000 again. So I'd probably do a 50% here, and then the rest of the trade here, and break this down into 2 take profits. Right now, I still have not entered a trade. Pretty much waiting after this fake out to see what's going to happen and look for a good entry here. So my thoughts are we're going to go down, but we'll have to see. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe for more info and more TA. Thanks for watching.